Sorry. I just didn't know what the angle of my webcam was, so I like it when it gets my shirt, especially when it's this one. I am the MLP connoisseur, and we're gonna do a blind react. Well, again, I am taking into account what someone said. It's not really a blind react because I do the synopsis, so it's just reaction highlights and thoughts. Once again, there will be an annotation right now telling you what time to skip to if you don't want to watch the episode again, or my reactions if you just want to watch my thoughts afterwards. It's episode 19 of the 5th season, known as Crusaders of the Lost Mark, and I really don't know what to say because I haven't seen anything of the video. So before I do, let's make sure I have that. There we go. So I will press play, and we will listen to the episode. So react away. It's very upbeat already. Wow.
Back to the business of earning our cutie marks.
I like this background music.
No, we've tried everything. We've run out of ideas. Are you kidding me, Crusaders?
Is this a song?
Better than that. We've been searching for a cutie mark.
We're 20 seconds in and there's already a song.
Trying to find out how we fit in.
Nice.
So many ways we've tried before, but we keep on trying more. 'Cause the
Race car.
cutie markers don't give in.
Back to the Future. You know what I just realized? First off, Sweetie Belle's magic is getting stronger. Secondly, I thought that there's no way that they can get their cutie marks in helping someone become class president. But then I realized campaign speeches, like like their talents, like with music and singing and such like that. This can apply to all three of them. Like Sweetie Belle, who's a really great singer, can obviously do campaign songs, and that would fit in. Apple Bloom could probably make some sort of like Apple Bloom is a pretty good at we saw the potion making and all. I'm actually not sure how that could tie in. I know we've seen Scootaloo. Remember in this was all in Twilight Time. Scootaloo was trying to like rebuild a scooter. Maybe Scootaloo has gotten better building. I don't know how potions would affect this for Apple Bloom, but I definitely know that Sweetie Belle could get something here. No hope. I'm hoping. I really am, because it would be really exciting if this happened, because I'm sure if it does, the fandom will just explode. Like I said, skipping the intro.
As student pony president, I'll go to the school board and right this wrong.
Well, that's good.
Well, I think that's the
Shove.
Of course, it doesn't hurt that her mother, spoiled rich, is president of the school board. Exactly.
Wait, her mother's name is Spoiled Rich, and she married Filthy Rich. Good job, writers. Took you 5 years to come up with that name.
Haven't we all had enough of Diamond Tiara?
Well, thanks for flat out stating the obvious.
A vote for Diamond Tiara is a vote for more Diamond Tiara. It's time to make a change.
Second song, and we're already 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. This is becoming the season 3 finale. Button mash! Well, there goes the fandom already. Also, his hat went flying, so now that's a sin. And there's Dinky. Silver Spoon's voice I like. I don't like Diamond Tiara's. Silver Spoon is nice. I have a question. Why are you still friends with her? She's a bit cuckoo.
You didn't vote for me? No, I didn't. But you're my
Friendship's
best
over.
friend. Am I? Because I tried to help by mentioning your surprise statue, and suddenly I wasn't even allowed to speak. You could have actually won this election if you just listened to me. You want to know how? Sorry, I'm not allowed to speak.
Oh! MLG! Also, that freeze frame. Well then, already liking this episode.
Just because she's never cared about any pony else's feelings doesn't mean we shouldn't care about hers.
True. True. But don't force a relationship if it's broken. It's broken for a reason. Make sure she's okay, but Don't go too far, please, please, please. I know that Silver Spoon was like her only friend, probably, but don't do this. You don't know what magic you're dealing with.
What? You mean I have to
Why is there a Canterlot pony in Ponyville? Because she seems like the best Canterlot pony that there should be. They're not in Canterlot. Why are the Canterlot ponies in Ponyville? What is this madness that's going on? It's whatever. I understand your point for doing it. I don't get why you're doing it in this city.
Don't ever forget that diamond tiara. Ever!
Well, it seems like someone has an abusive parent. Oh no. 3 songs in 9 minutes? This is the Season 3 finale for the CMC. So helping what was your enemy is how you are going to get your cutie mark. I'm okay with this. It's Cyclops Pony. Wait. If you're saying you want to be some pony else, why are you a bully? I understand a lot of concept of bullies and that they're usually bullies because they're being treated poorly, and in this case that's true, but you're going about it wrong by being a bully. It's really complex because I can't really put words to it. I'll have to continue. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you don't have to be a bully to get what you want anyway. Because we've seen that here.
Is it weird that I feel bad for her? If it is,
that's the audience's reaction.
Learning who you really are before you're stuck with something you don't understand.
You don't know what your cutie mark means?
You've done that, right? Yeah, because I have my cutie mark. And I'm not struggling at all to figure out who I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing with this mark that's already on my plate.
So, back to the theory of, I just saw this, I think, was it Silverquill who did the video on Appaloosa's Most Wanted? Yeah, I think it was. No, it was Josh Scorcher. Yeah, it was Josh Scorcher. I thought you're supposed to get a cutie mark when you do what you know you're meant to do, your destiny. So then how does she not know what it is? That's how it works. You get your mark when you've done the thing that you were meant to do. Well, then why does she have it?
Are you sure about that? That's a weird question.
That face, though.
Little Peggy wasn't nearly full enough. Don't worry, Pip. We'll meet you back at school and help you find a solution. Thanks.
Or somebody can use their influence. Cough, cough, friendship games. Cough, cough, repetitive.
Come on, after her. Wait, I'm coming too. Cutie mark, Crusader.
13 minutes in and we have 4 songs. There's a song like every 3 minutes. Hashtag Season 3. Hashtag repetitive. Hashtag repetitive. Walking backwards is walking backwards. There's so... when they all sing, it's really amazing. It really is. It's amazing. Wow.
Come, Diamond Tiara.
No.
Mother.
Yes!
Excuse me? You've spent your life acting like a high horse and raised me
High
to
horse.
your hoof prints. At first I thought this was fine, but then I finally realized I wanted something you don't have. Friends!
First off, don't be mean to your mother, but secondly, it is appropriate in the okay, what she's saying is true. Saying it to her mother is not good, but see how this plays out.
That's enough, Diamond Tiara. Step away from those blanks. These are the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and they are my friends.
Well, that was all of a sudden.
I just asked my father if he could donate the money for the new playground equipment.
And it's going to get denied. But not really, probably.
For a second there, weren't you?
Is there another song? Literally 3 minutes after that other song? I think a 4th song. I mean, 5th song. So this is the reformation of Diamond Tiara. The once quote-unquote villain, quote-unquote rival, and just overall bully. This is the episode that they do this. that statement is true, being something I read recently. You cannot change your future if you did not change your present. She has now changed her present, so her future is clear and can be changed by what she currently is doing, which is good. Which means her future, if she continues on this path, will be good. Thank you, Sherman Alexi.
We spend an awful lot of time fussing and fretting, trying to discover our true talent, but when we take a little time off, we end up helping other ponies figure out their true talent. Yeah, and I think that's way more important than worrying about our cutie marks.
Oh no.
Absolutely. I don't care if I ever get my cutie mark, as long as I get to hang out with my best friends. So what do you say, Crusaders?
Please.
Want to just focus on helping others find their cutie
There's like 4 more minutes left. This is going to happen. Right now. First off, why is the animation different? But I don't care! Oh! This is the moment we've been waiting for. Okay, I don't know why they're so special right now, but okay. Of course they have to... I'm not looking at it. I know what happened, but... That face, too. Wow. I mean, the animation was different. I mean, it's weird because, like, you know, it's been changing throughout the history of this series, how they get their key marks, like the animation. But I love this animation. You're all alicorns!
What's going on? It's your cutie marks. They're amazing.
Oh, okay, well, that's tiny shield. But, okay. That's very interesting with the heart. Okay. Oh! Oh! What is this now? That is a twist. So then, what were those in the code of the Season 5 poster? Oh my god, I think they were trolling us. Holy crap. The cutie marks that were in the Season 5 poster on Equestria Daily that had the same color as Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo. Or not these. But why are they the same shield? I mean, is that like a default shield? I mean, it's amazing. The symbols absolutely represent them, but, like, I don't know what to make of this. Well, sort of variations, but yeah.
We were searching for cutie marks for a while there, trying to find out how we fit in.
A 6th song.
So many ways we tried before, for it is more than just a mark. It's a place for us to start.
You sounded a bit older there, but whatever. There's Derpy, male pony. GG for that. And there's the T-Rex pony. You know, the pony thing. I said I wouldn't cry. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I don't think they could have done a better job doing this. I really don't. Okay, I need a sec here because this is I'm really speechless right now. I really am. I'm not joking. I can't talk. The thoughts running through my mind. I can't. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna have to pause for a sec because I need to gather my thoughts together. Okay, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna talk about the songs, and I'm gonna talk about the animations and the story. Okay? One, I said that there was a song every 3 minutes as if it was a bad thing. No, their voices are really good. Well, not each song. There was definitely variety. The one with the second song where they were basically fighting over being president and everything. I totally called that sort of with the campaign speech with the song, but you could tell the variety and the fact that they're making Diamond Tiara seem like she's bad, she's a bully and such, so who would vote for her? And then they fulfill that they fulfill that their word by making Pipsqueak the president. Now, I don't know if I at least thought of it, that possibility that the playground was not going to get fixed, and that was true. But the CMC's voices are really good, but together it's just unbelievable. I mean, those three voice actors and the character voices are just amazing together. I mean, you can tell. I personally loved that. Um, and if you listen to the lyrics, they really are explaining what's going on. I don't know which song, but most of these songs were not the kind of songs of what people were thinking. They were the songs of what actions they have been doing and are doing and will do at the end. This story was really good because it had a great turning point. It really did. It started off the generic Diamond Tiara is a bully, so everybody's going to vote for Pipsqueak because Pipsqueak and the CMC's help with the song, with the motivation and the campaign. You know, why would she vote for Pipsqueak? Pipsqueak gets elected, and Diamond Tiara is obviously frustrated. But then we see what's behind the scene. Diamond Tiara is frustrated. Well, what's she do now? She walks off, sobbing, basically, very, very sad. And if you listen to her song, you can tell. And her mother is obviously, yes, it's sort of a stereotype with the rich people, with the rich folk being snooty. Yes, I agree with that. But it was a good addition, in my opinion, because it shows you the kind of life she lives every day. Her parents expect so much of her, and they expect her not to affiliate herself with people, and I'm going to use the term very loosely, not of her kind, because they don't have cutie marks, as stated by the mother. Now, it's very unprofessional what the mother calling them blank flanks, but again, that just emphasized what kind of life Diamond Tiara lives in. Diamond Tiara breaking up with Silver Spoon, I don't think a lot of, well, actually no, I think some people expected it, but when it actually happened, it was very emotional, but it was at the same time like, we all knew that Diamond Tiara did not treat Silver Spoon with proper friendly respect, so that was needed. And then towards the end, or towards the halfway point, the turning point, the CMC are trying to persuade her that she doesn't have to tell off the teacher or the board. She doesn't have to tell off them about the fact that, oh, Pipsqueak didn't do it. But what I don't understand, one thing, I'm not going to complain because this episode was like 9.5 out of 10. Pipsqueak said that the board didn't approve the playground thing, right? So Diamond Tiara going to the board, I don't know if she said that she's going to the board to tell them that Pipsqueak's thing wasn't approved, because the board knew that. But she was going to the board to tell them that basically she could pay for it. But then what happened with the mother and basically getting sending the message to her father. That was nice. It was very it's generous, but at the same time, it's like you're asking for so much money for a playground. I don't know how much money the playground is, but I'm assuming it's not little. I mean, it is something. But she is wealthy, so she is able to do this. But the fact that they turned it around, because Diamond Tiara, in the end, went from a bully to a friend, and to everybody, and it's not like they were going to take 2 episodes to do this, but they managed to do it very well in the 22 minutes that they have. Because basically they dedicated the first half to what happens in her life. How is not just the generic what does she do, but what's in the background. Then in the second half, they basically resolve the situation finally by shedding some light and realizing that the CMC care for Diamond Tiara, even though she's been a bully to them. And Diamond Tiara doesn't know what her cutie mark means, but we can tell at the end that her cutie mark, I guess you could say it's a form of generosity, yes, and kindness, but the CMC's cutie marks, right? Them all being like shields. The shields are quite representative as, like, I would say, oh, the shields being protection, right? Protection against what? I wouldn't say it protection, but I would say, like, I would say, I would say that the shields would represent some form of, maybe it is protection. The shields could just represent protection of ponies that don't have cutie marks, that want them. It could be like that. I really, off the top of my head, can't think of anything. But that was a really big twist, because I thought that their cutie marks were going to look different. But them all being the same shape, basically, it not only shows the unity between the CMC, it shows what can happen. I mean, this occurrence of them having the same cutie mark is anything but ordinary. It absolutely is significant. I mean, who knows when they grow up what this means? Maybe it'll start. Maybe the Cutie Mark Crusaders will actually be some sort of thing, because we know that it happens in Manhattan. We know that they can form groups using their friends. But other than that, this was really put together well. The songs were nice. Yes, it's repetitive to G3. I mean, to season 3. Sorry, it's repetitive to the season 3 finale with the songs, and it's sort of repetitive to friendship games in the sense that wealthy people or I mean, not just wealthy people, but like, just like, you have the atmosphere of influence and how you can affect people. I didn't like, and I'm sure no one liked it when Diamond Tiara was saying, "Oh, if you don't vote for me, I'm going to spoil all of your secrets about you or everything," which is blackmail, which was in the friendship games, which I didn't like. But in the end, this was changed, as instead of them being horrible secrets, not only did Diamond Tiara not tell these horrible secrets, she turned them into helpful advantages, as we saw with the tuning with the pony with the big teeth. This episode was really, really well done. I have to say, 9.5, maybe 9.75 out of 10. I really look high upon this episode. Please comment your thoughts as to this episode in the comments. If you like this react highlights and my thoughts, please feel free to like or subscribe to keep updated. The synopsis for next week's episode 19, is already up, so feel free to check that. In addition, I want to give a shout out to 2 people who have been regular commenters and have given me suggestions for future videos. One of them is Star Screamer. I don't remember the numbers after his or her name. I want to thank you personally for just being a regular commenter, reviewer of my videos, and just putting yourself out there and commenting. I also want to give a shout out to, I think their name is T-Bater, who gave me suggestions for some random reacts. I think that's about it. I'm the MLP Connoisseur, and I thank you for your time, and good job. Good job, Hasbro. You did really well with this one.